It's more challenging when we aim to heal our students, but yoga is the best choice in such cases. And let us see how. Namaste, welcome to Tummee.com, a platform helping teachers to grow, share their knowledge and experience to other teachers and learn the same. In the previous video, we spoke about restorative yoga, how to teach restorative yoga, the precautions to take when teaching the same. So to refer the same, please check out our previous video. Today we are going to learn restorative yoga in another form, that is healing yoga for Piriformis Syndrome. Now what is Piriformis Syndrome? A neuromuscular disorder that causes the piriformis muscles to compress the sciatic nerve and causes pain in the lower back, hamstrings, calves, feet and buttocks. So how can yoga heal such a syndrome? This syndrome leads to pain in the respective regions, and by activating the glutes, hamstrings, piriformis muscles, we cater to the symptom of pain caused by the syndrome so that the students can live their daily lives with less or no pain. The students are advised to consult their respective doctors to understand the level of their condition and then do such yoga practices. Have a look at the sequence. Though we haven't shown the different props, but each of the poses can be done with use of them. The flow of the sequence is from standing to sitting, followed by supine poses. We want to gently start with giving gentle stretches to the hamstrings, glutes and the calves. So the sequence is divided into two parts. Part 1, sitting poses, and part 2, supine poses. We start with bringing the students' awareness to the class by relaxing them down and letting any worries outside the class. We start with seated forward pose with 2 chairs. The gentle forward bend helps in relaxing the lower back and the hips. We ask our students to relax in every pose and not exert any stress while doing the pose. Let the students release the pose, adjust back to normal and then do the next pose. The students do Tadasana in tiptoes. Use the chair for balance. Let the arms not be extended but ensure that your awareness is towards the sole of the feet. Feel the gentle stretch and ask the students to notice the tightened calves and hamstrings. Ask your students to be gentle and ensure that they rest the feet slowly down on the ground. From Tadasana, the student goes into Utkatasana. Always keep the option of use of chair for support. In this pose, students will most likely put a lot of pressure on their toes and knees, so ask them to take it slowly. They will feel a stretch in their buttocks or glutes and their hips. And breathing is the key to ensure maximum benefit to the muscles. Then we come back to Tadasana and go into bear pose. Now look at the pose and see where the stretch is felt. You can even pause this video and do the pose. And this is also one way to sequence a class by evaluating where the stretch is felt. We can see the pose and tell that the stretch is at the glutes, hamstrings and the piriformis muscles. The objective is not achieving the pose but for the stretch to be felt around the region. We want to eliminate the pain the students feel due to the syndrome, so we are focused on gentle stretches that will bring relaxation. All the above poses can be done with the use of chair. For the next pose, which is Sasangasana preparation, ask the students to place a blanket below the knee to avoid any kind of stress around the region. And then as the student sits on the heel, holding it, let them bend gently forward. A bolster can be placed between the chest and the thighs as well. This pose helps in fresh blood circulation to the sole region, helping in healing the sciatic nerve. So you can select poses on the basis of stretch, on the basis of blood circulation, on the basis of creation of new energy or flow of prana. Let the students relax in Dandasana and then go into Ardha Kapotasana variation. There is internal and external rotation of hips, where one side of the hips is stretched while the other side works on healing the piriformis muscles. Hold the pose for long, as this pose is giving 2 benefits at the same time. The students can place a bolster below their left thigh for greater support. Now come back to Dandasana and go into Ardha Gomukasana variation forward bend. Ask your students to do this. When they hold the pose for long, they will feel a good stretch in their lower back, hamstrings and upper hips. They will be able to feel blood circulation in that region. And this connection with the body will help in greater healing. So try to focus on explaining your students about this connection. Yoga blocks and a bolster can also be used, like in this pose. This is another variation of Ardha Gomukhasana. Keeping the transition and exiting poses is very important in such classes. Releasing the pose, the student goes into Dandasana and then does the cat-cow with leg in the side. The lower back is getting contracted and stretched, and so are the inner thighs getting stretched. As yoga teachers, keep noticing the students. Sometimes students don't state their discomfort in the process of stretching, so you need to understand their situation and guide them through the process. After coming back to tabletop pose, student goes into Ekapada forearms Falakasana with one knee on the floor. The students can use a blanket to support the knee. The extended leg at the back helps in activating the sciatic nerve and asks the students to take it closer to the ground but not touch the ground for greater effect on the piriformis muscles. After which, let the students relax in Shavasana with bent knees. Now we have mentioned that these poses involve activation of hips, lower back, piriformis muscles, and with this activation, when the student releases the pose, they will be able to feel a strange relaxation. That is because they are countering the pain with stretches. So from the above poses, we can build sequences keeping in mind which are the muscles that need to be addressed. Should we work on blood circulation or creation of new energy? Each student might be experiencing a different level of pain, so we need to be extra careful and have all the variations of poses with use of different props in mind. Head to the second part to see poses done while lying down. Click on the link for the same. See you there and thank you very much.